Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the wonderful talents of the songman from Jesus Christ Superstar, the wonderful Sylvia!
Thank you! Thank you.
Well, very good evening one and all. Thank you for joining me here in the lounge this evening. So yeah, let's have a little bit of fun. Tonight, this is your evening, it is not mine. So hopefully a few of these songs you will know. And yeah, hopefully we can have a little bit of fun. So join us on the dance floor, sing along, do whatever you wish. Any fans of the Eagles? Well, 7 of you are going to love this first song, so here we go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's keep the pace going and let's move it on. Let me ask, ladies and gentlemen, do we have any fans of Queen? Yay! Yesterday, December 1st, not only the first day of December, but World AIDS Day. And if only we had the medicine that we have today, then I'm sure he'd still be with us and still one of the greatest live performers that our generation has ever seen. They had a little bit of a revival, Queen, not that they needed it, with a film that was released in the last 12 months, Bohemian Rhapsody, and the lead character taking the Oscar, and quite rightly so, for his portrayal of Freddie Mercury. I'd like to get a few of you on the dance floor, ladies and gentlemen, so if you've not had knee or hip surgery in the last 6 months, then you are more than welcome to come and join us, so please do.
I'm out.
Tells me of a funny story, actually, working on ocean ships back in the day where you still had gentlemen hosts and dance hosts, and I saw him take this lady to the stage, and they were doing quite a traditional little waltz, and the more they were turning, the taller she was getting. And it wasn't until afterwards I said, "Is everything all right?" She said, "No, I've got a wooden hip who was spinning me the wrong way." But ladies and gentlemen, here's one by Queen, and join us on the dance floor, join in for this one. It's called Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Well, this thing called love, I just can't handle it. This thing called love, I love, I get mad at you, get better. Crazy little thing called love. This thing called love, I love, I get mad at this thing. A little jive, shakes all over like jellyfish, kinda like hell. Crazy little thing called love. There goes my first love. She knows how to rock and roll. She drives me crazy. She gives me out a cold fever, gives me out a cold, cold sweat. I've gotta be cool, relax, get hip, and get on that track. Take the back seat, get trapped. Take the long line around the motorbike till I'm ready. Crazy little thing called love. Okay, let's get some hands clapping. Come on. Gotta be cool, relax, get hip, and get on my track. Take the back seat, get track. Take a long ride on my motorbike till I'm ready. Crazy little thing called love. This thing called love, I just can't handle it. This thing called love, I love, get down here and ready. Crazy little thing called love. 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 What's that, sir? Up? What, stand up?
No. Volume.
Volume? Oh. We don't need any more, believe me. Ladies and gentlemen, let's slow it down a little bit now, and I'm going to go over to my neck of the woods, and hopefully we might see some couples in love. We've got many anniversaries on board this cruise, and it's a beautiful song. Any fans of Elton John?
Oh yeah.
Okay. This was one of the numbers that actually took him really from a household name to superstar. He'd had a few hits before it, but I think this was the one that really took him to another level. It's a beautiful song. It's one of his most simple songs, and please do take a loved one by your or their hand, even, not your hand, and join us on the floor. Just actually looking around the lounge, that doesn't seem to be an inviting invitation to many by the facial expression. So as we've now been together for maybe 4 or 5 days, if you don't like the sound of taking your loved one by the hand, well, no doubt you've already got your eyes on somebody else's. So yeah, take somebody else's loved one by the hand, but take any loved one by the hand and join us on the floor, in the aisles, or even dance on the tables. It's your choice. Here's one by Sir Elton John, as he's now known, and when we talk about breakthroughs of medication and charities, whether you like his music or not, that one man's responsible for over 850 million that has been raised towards charities of this world. So this is a song that's called Your Song. much money, but the father I live house sweet. Clouds are skeleton, and then again, no man explosions in me, traveling shore. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, yeah, this one's you. You can tell everybody this is your song. Hear that quiet, simple love. Now that it's done, I hope it don't mind, hope it don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. Sang on the roof, few times from Mars, and a few of these verses will be gothic white rock. The sun's been quite high while I wrote their song. People like you, baby, keep it turned on. So excuse me for these things I do. You see, I forgot everything all blue. Anyway, the thing is, but I truly feel as I'm the sweetest stars there on the sea. You can tell everybody this is your song. Hear that quiet, simple love. Now that it's done, I hope it don't mind, hope it don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. Hope it don't mind, hope it don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kane. One more time.
So, thank you to all of our wonderful couples in love. The dance floor was that busy, I couldn't work out if you were dancing with the right one or not. Yeah, wonderful to see, it's so fun. Let me ask, do we have any fans of Tom Jones? John, I have to tell you a little story before this song, because when I was growing up, ladies and gentlemen, and I was surrounded by music. You know, my mum, my dad always had music playing, and every time I hear this song, still today, it takes the first bar and immediately takes me back to those precious moments with my dad. As for the first 14 years of my life, I thought this was the only song that this man had ever sung.
Yeah.
Because when you got in the car, the 8-track went in, this was the song that came on. When it got to the end, you press rewind, the whole car's shut, and then he started the song again. Then he got it on cassette, and then he got it on CD. I don't think he ever managed to get it on iTunes, to be honest. But yeah, I wouldn't even like to hazard a guess at the amount of times I heard this song. Again, it's one of Tom Jones' most simplest, but I think most beautiful, and I think it's probably one of his most renowned. So this one, ladies and gentlemen, I like to dedicate it and sing it to my dad. So wherever you are, Papa, hope you can hear it. Oh, he's not dead. Just doesn't listen to it anymore. It's called the Green Green Grass of Home. When I wake, I look around at 4 grey walls that surround me, and then I realize, well, I was only dreaming. But there's the God, and there's that sad old poetry. On and on, I'll walk and be free again. Alright, any fans of Neil Diamond? No, good time for a toilet break then, so if you're not a fan. I've got to tell you, there's so many of these songs, and I mentioned before, and you may have said I was thinking of saying it in jest, or some of you may now fully agree, this is a passion, not a profession. And before my 6 years of River, working 10 years on Ocean, I had the pleasure to work alongside so many vocalists that just blew it out of the water each and every night. And I never came from that trained background, I never came from those surroundings, but I used to watch and admire and go, ah. And then every time I was in a karaoke bar and had a bottle of tequila, I've been the first to get up there. And it took quite a while actually, and it started off just maybe at 11 o'clock when there was 10 people in the lounge getting up and singing 1, and then that made 2 and 3, and next to a few hotel managers that I've worked with that have actually pushed me, it's turned into this. And with that, one of the first times I ever sung in public was at my brother's wedding. And 15 years ago now, he proposed to the 3rd love of his life. And, she said yes. So the wedding was planned. And about 2 weeks after they told us that they were going to get married, he asked me if I would sing at the wedding. And I have to say, my brother's 8 years older than me, and when I first came along, I was the new little novelty. And for about the first 18 months, anywhere brother went, I went too. And then I started to speak. We didn't really get on for the next 18 years. And, anyone that has an elder sibling or younger with a big age gap, you may be able to relate to that. So it comes as quite a shock when he asked me if I would sing at the wedding. And then I discovered it was a condition of the check, and my mother made him ask me to sing at the wedding. But I never sung in public, and when I said to my mum, why have you done this? And she said, because you'll always regret it if you don't do it, and to share that day. And I said, well, what do I sing? She said, well, find a song about love, and find a song that's not too hard, not too difficult, and just practice it. So that's exactly what I did for some 12 months before that wedding. And the big day came. Luckily, it wasn't the song for the first dance. They picked that, so they'd just done their first dance, and the MC then said, we have a little surprise now, as Corey's brother is going to join us to sing the song for the happy couple. So as my knees were shaking, and I'd had a couple of glasses of vino, I got to the stage. And I sang the first line of this song, and just saw my mum sink beneath the table that she was sat. And I thought, that's a little bit strange. And then I saw my sister-in-law that was in the middle of the dance floor looking at me with what can only be described as eyes of the devil. And then I realised, oh my word, this maybe was not the best song to pick for a wedding. But I started it, so I finished it, ladies and gentlemen, and my sister-in-law didn't speak to me for the next 3 months. But I'll let you decide. What I can say, and hold my hand on my heart, there was no malice, there was no intent, and I never deliberately picked this song. It was just one of the only songs that I knew that was about love. And I thought, that'll do. So if you're a fan of Neil Diamond, this one's for you.
Are you having fun? That's all that counts.
Love on the rocks will be a surprise. Just pour me a drink, tears supply. Yesterday's gone, now all I want is a smile.
Hey, take the words away. Make them up.
I gave you my heart, I gave you my soul, and you left me alone here with nothing to hold. Stop laughing. Yesterday's gone, now all I want is a song. So sing your song. First they say they want you, and how they relented you. Suddenly found you're out there, walking in a storm. When they know they have you, then they really have you. Nothing you can do or say, gotta leave it, get away. We all know the song. You need what you need, see what you want. Not much you can do, the feeling has gone. They've been married 3 hours. Maybe blue skies above, and it's cold when your love's on the rocks. Well, first they say they want you, then how they really need you. Suddenly found you're out there, walking in a storm. When they know they have you, then they really have you. Nothing you can do or say, you gotta leave it, get away. We all know the song. Love on the rise, It'll be a surprise. Just pour me a drink, tears supply. Yesterday's gone. Now all I want is a smile. Love on the rocks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kane!
That is the true story. And your laughter only indicates that you think I'm making these up for entertainment value. It is a true story. And I'm pleased to say, thankfully, well, so far, I wasn't the jinx of the relationship. As last year they celebrated 15 years of marriage. And we all went out, many of the original wedding party actually, to celebrate their anniversary. And as a surprise, I came round the corner and sung it for them again. But thankfully this time, my sister-in-law took it with a little bit more grace. So it's all right. Where are my friends, where are all our guests on board from Canada? Woo! Canada! Here's one for you, from your parts and your neck of the wood. A gentleman that goes by the name of Michael Bauble. Are you a fan? Yes? In Canada, I believe you call him Bublé. In the UK, we call him Bauble because he only ever releases an album the week before Christmas. Now, he has been responsible for taking many standards and bringing them to a young ear, and he did it in his great little unique style. But hidden in amongst that, he's got some great original songs of his own as well, and this is one of them. First heard this song sung by a cruise director of mine maybe about 14 years ago, and it was just released. And at that time, being on a ship and being away from home, I think at that point it had been maybe about 7 months, 8 months, it really had a little place. And so many guests that are on board from the class of 69 to 74 that will be able to relate, and so many others in the lounge working away from home. And so many of my colleagues here on board that with that spend many months away from home. This is not a prison sentence by any means. We choose to be here, and what a wonderful life we have. In fact, there's about 16 nationalities of crew on board this ship at the minute, and we get on like a house on fire. And why we can't do it in the real world, I'm not quite sure, but we've mastered it here within these four walls. But with that, you know, you can have wonderful experiences, you can have wonderful opportunities that travel the world, that take you, but also you can have very hard times when you have to leave behind young ones, newborns, husbands, wives, to go out to earn the crust and for your jobs and occupations. So I dedicate this one to anyone that has had to be away from home at any point of their life. And I'll let you into a little secret. I've only been on the tour now for about 7 days, and in Budapest I also will finish my season for this year for Viking and fly home, like many of yourselves. And for the crew here on board tour, they've made me feel like family from the moment I stepped on. So yeah, I dedicate it to each and every one of them as well. So this one's by Michael Bublé. It's a beautiful song. It's another opportunity to take your loved one by the hand. And this one's called Home. Another summer day has come and gone away. Paris and Rome, I wanna go home. Never surrounded by a million people, I still feel all alone. I wanna go home. I miss you, you know. And I've been keeping all those letters that I wrote to you, and each one a line or two. Find baby, how are you? I know that it's just not enough. My words are cold to black. You deserve more than that. Look out the airplane, got a solid place. Let me at home. everything was going right. And I know just why you could not come along with me. This was not your dream, but you always believed in me. Another windless day has come down the way, and ain't no Paris or Rome, but I wanna go home. Let me go home. And I'm surrounded by a million people. I still feel alone. Let me go home. I miss you, you know. Let me go home. I've had my run, baby, I'm done. Got to go home. Let me go home. It'll all be alright. I'll be home Friday night. I'm coming back home.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kane.
I'm going to leave you with this next one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming up. Thank you for allowing me and giving me the privilege to be able to perform for you tonight. Thank you for being such a wonderful, captive audience. As apart from listening Downton Abbey, you didn't really have much other choice, to be honest with you. But I'm going to finish with a song that always gives me the most nerves, and I think it's because I put the most pressure to be able to do it justice. Just before I came to the microphone, Sylvia sang a beautiful song from one of Andrew Lloyd Webber's musicals, Jesus Christ Superstar, and I was so lucky from a young age to be dragged at that time, is the only way I could describe it, to so many a musical. My mum was quite a fan, and many I saw before I could ever appreciate or even really know the story and the message behind. A few years later, I find myself in New York, and an old childhood sweetheart of my mum's was actually playing the lead role on Broadway in this musical. And when I saw the name, I recognised, and I phoned home and said, "Do you still speak to him, Mum?" She went, "Yeah, we've always stayed in touch." I went, "Good, give him a ring and see if you can get me 2 or 3 tickets." And he did. And yeah, we were welcomed at the stage door. We got to go backstage, meet a lot of the cast, and take a little sweet seat in one of the boxes at the theatre to enjoy the show. And I have to say, I couldn't even remember the first time that I saw it, but the second time round, my word, did it leave something with me. There are many musicals and many a superb musical of this world, this age, and some of many, many years of age. But I think there's one show that if you've seen, you will return back to time and time again, and one that leaves just a little bit of itself with each and every member of its audience, and that is Les Miserables. I'm going to finish with a song that, if you've not seen the musical, comes at a point where the lead character, Valjean, is about to join the students on the front line. And a few years earlier, he has taken on a young girl who has been orphaned at a young age, and he's raised her as his own. He knows that his days are drawing shorter, he knows that the end is drawing closer, and his girl has met a boy, one of those students, who also is on that front line. So the night before the uprising, in his shadow, he looks to God, and he makes a prayer that that boy will survive. He does not, so that his girl will have someone to watch over her for many years to come. I hope I can do it justice for the show, for the musical, for you guys, and for Alfie, that just blew the room away when he sung this song. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much once again. Thank you, Sylvia, for being my technical, my backing vocal, my support, and my confidant. And this one's from Les Miserables. It's called Bring Him Home. On high, hear my prayer in my need. You have always been there. He is is young, he's afraid. Let him rest, heaven blessed. Bring him home, bring him home, bring him home. He's like the son I might have known, if God had granted me a son. The summers fly one by one, how soon they die. On dawn, and I am old, I will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young, he is only a boy. You can take, you can give. Let him be, let him live. If I die, let me die. Let him live. Bring him home, bring him home, bring him home.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kane!
Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Do you know, for that 15 second, I think I now know how Adele felt at Madison Square Garden. I can't let you leave the lounge in a state of depression after that one, ladies and gentlemen. But, thank you for that response. My word, that was not expected. That really wasn't. Okay, I'll change the tempo and I'll finish on the song that actually got all of this madness started. Is there any fans of Wilson Pickett? It's a great song, and actually it was revived when it featured in a wonderful Irish film that was made on absolutely no budget whatsoever and became such a hit for rhythm and blues and jazz, and that film was called The Commitments. So it's a song that each and every one of you can partake in and play your part. It's a song of wonderful audience participation. Don't worry, it's not Rocky Horror. And it's a song that you can even come and join us on the dance floor. We're going to change the style, we're going to change the genre, we're going to change the tempo. I'll leave you with this one. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying, thank you for listening, and once again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to share that with you. So let's finish it with this one. This one's called Mustang Sally. hours. A wonderful, one of the most adorable people I've ever had the opportunity to work with. Please show that equal appreciation for the wonderful talent of Sylvia!
Thank you.